know about the other one. I went on for just about a minute. I don't know if the other one was actually done public. A lot of times when I'm uploading, I have it put where it's unlisted until I make it public. And sometimes I forget to change things before I go live. So anyway, we're going to do some new moon and Scorpio messages for all signs. Just general messages, no personal questions. And we'll go Scorpio to Libra. So wherever you're at in the world, the new moon in Scorpio is falling on the 19th or 20th, one or the other. Kind of late in, like if you're on Pacific time, I think it's at 10:47 p.m. tonight, which makes it shortly after midnight where I'm at Central Time. So just to give you a frame of reference. So we're just, I'm not going to really do too much talking. It's supposed to be, as I talked about in the weekly messages, the most auspicious new moon. Supposed to be the most auspicious new moon of 2025. So here's to hoping for all of you and for myself and everything. So like I said, we're going to go Scorpio to Libra, and I'm going to start here with Scorpio. I'm using the Moonology Manifestation Oracle, and I've got 12 tarot decks here, varying for each of the 12 signs. We'll switch around. All right, Scorpio, let's see what we have for you. What do we have for you for your new moon message? You did get one when I did the other one about lightening up, and then the bottom of the deck was open to change. So you could be opening up to something. You could be seeing something in a different light. But this time around, you got the full moon in Pisces card with forgive. So there could be somebody, and we've got honor your feelings. I feel like somebody could be kind of coming to you for some forgiveness. Hey, Tammy, have a good night at work. I'll put timestamps in. I think there could be, I feel like Scorpio, there could be somebody kind of coming to you wanting your forgiveness. The honor your feelings card is the first quarter moon in Pisces card. So I don't know, maybe you're dealing with a Pisces. Maybe there is really something you've got to let go of. And like I said, in the other one, you got the lighten up card, which was something different. So maybe there is something that you need to kind of let go of. Maybe even in regards to a Pisces. I don't know, Scorpio. But it could be anyone, all right? So it may be time to kind of let something go that maybe has been holding you back around this. Let's see what we get from the tarot for you, Scorpio. Just going to do a little line of 5 here. I do think you are. Hi, Anna. I do think you are working on something here. We got the 4 of Swords. I don't know that if you're really working through something, this could even be, hello, Slim. This could even be something that you're working on about forgiving yourself and letting something go. The 10 of Cups was the first card out along with the Knight of Pentacles, which makes me think that kind of letting this go, because we got the 8 of Cups following the Knight of Pentacles. There could be that there is something this could even be something that you really need to let go of. This could be a habit or something else that's going on, Scorpio, that you need to let go of and you've been slow to let go of. The last 2 cards out were the Tower followed by the 7 of Wands. So this could be something that you've really been kind of hanging on to. Something that really probably isn't. And there's Scorpio energy with the 8 of Cups and the Tower here out of 5 cards. But with the 10 of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, I do think that this is something you want to let go of. And if it's somebody coming wanting your forgiveness, this could be something that you're it's hard to give the forgiveness. This could be something where it's really difficult. It's something that's hard for you to let go of. Definitely could be in the past. There's some 10 energy with this 10 of Cups. But I feel like that there's a little bit of either you haven't been able to let go of this, or you're slow to let go of it. Definitely feel like it could be something with a habit, or it could just be some old feelings from the past. So this could be something. Definitely the 8 of Cups talks about it for me, an ending with a heavy heart. I do think that when we think about the 8 of Cups, the figure on there is, and it's this is a dark one, and the This Might Hurt tarot. But you see the figure kind of walking away, and there's some mountains ahead. And, very often what the feeling is, the 8 of Cups, you're walking toward the 9 of Cups. But the figure always looks it's like they're just really struggling. So you could be struggling to give forgiveness in a situation as well. You could be struggling to get and definitely really holding on to something. Seven of Wands, and she looks really mad in this one. And often with the Seven of Wands, there's a very determined look. But I feel like for me with this reading that there's maybe something you're holding on to that it's better for you to release. And it could be forgiveness. Again, this could be self-forgiveness. I definitely feel like some of you may be holding on to some sort of grudge potentially with the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Cups. There is something that really, I think you're being guided to let go of. I think that's what's going on for you, Scorpio. I think you're really being guided to let go of something. Four of Swords on the bottom with the Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. So I think there's a little back and forth energy, and there is some conflicting energy. And it's almost like you want to sleep on it. If somebody comes into you asking for forgiveness, I don't feel like that you feel like you want to give forgiveness right away. So definitely feeling like you're holding on to something. It may be coming to light. With this new moon in Scorpio, this could be something that while it's kind of been simmering beneath the surface, that it's coming in more into play or more into light during this new moon in Scorpio. All right. So let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, see what we got for you on this new moon in Scorpio energy. Just a couple of days till Sagittarius season. Just a couple of days. I'll get on and do an All Signs Live on Friday sometime in the afternoon or evening. I think that it could it's been a really heavy energy, especially with all these water trines, even though they bring really good energy, and it's still been a real heavy energy with Scorpio season and everything going on, all these retrogrades. I think Sagittarius season, some of the planets will be coming out of retrograde, like Mercury and Saturn, and then as we get into December, toward the end of Sagittarius season, Neptune will come out of retrograde. So definitely feel like Sagittarius season will bring a little bit of a lighter energy. Hello, Tabitha. Yeah, Tabitha. All right, Sagittarius, what do we have for you? Know your worth. And that is the new moon in Taurus card from this deck. But know your worth. Maybe you're finding your worth. Potentially take a reality check with the full moon in Capricorn on there. Kind of coming in. Maybe you're really, there's something, maybe your confidence is a little bit dented, or there could be a situation coming up where you really have to stand for yourself. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lily. So sweet. We're going Scorpio to Libra. So Cancer's a little bit further down the line. Hey, full of grace. Yeah, so there could be something where maybe you're really having to stand up for yourself, Sagittarius, or maybe even rediscovering your worth. Maybe something is actually boosting your confidence. All right. Okay, I think there could be something to really, maybe even an actual communication with something. What we got? Finding some balance. The Justice card. Love that on the bottom. Libra energy. But we've got the Magician, the Knight of Cups, the King of Wands. So there you are making an appearance, Sag. But the Magician and the Knight of Cups. So Queen of Swords with the World. Something could be coming around. Some of you definitely could be getting something that you're due. Some of you could really be getting something you're due. Now, this could be, at work. This could be recognition. It could be a raise, a promotion. It could be, somebody's, I don't know. It's like you're feeling your value. But it's definitely about some communication. So there is definitely something that is kind of bringing in where it's kind of raising your confidence is what I'm feeling like. I love the Magician with the Knight of Cups. So this is almost like, it almost surprises you. I feel like with the Magician and the Knight of Cups. Hello, Young. Hello, Oscar. I feel like it almost may catch you off guard, but I like the King energy for you. And with the Justice card on the bottom, bringing that balance in. This is maybe a turning point for you, something that is, in essence is a little bit about that. Queen of Swords, I'm still feeling it could be coming from an Earth sign, maybe even a Libra. But the Queen of Swords kind of indicates a communication, and with the world, it's bringing something around. Maybe something's making sense. Maybe it's something making sense. Let's just clarify. We got the Eight of Pentacles, so maybe it's something that's showing you that your work is paying off. So it just could be validation, and that could be, it's good from a communication though. I'm pretty positive about that, Sag. Yeah, we got Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, and the Hierophant, and the Strength card comes on. So this is really giving you a boost. It definitely could be something in a relationship. So there could be something if you're going along in a relationship and maybe you're not sure where it's going. So this could be romantically for sure. It definitely could be in a career or financial. Maybe it's just like some money coming in, or I definitely feel like it could be some validation at work. Whether it has monetary with it, maybe, because the Magician and the Knight of Cups is there. But there's definitely something that is, there's definitely a communication coming in that's really kind of boost. It's giving you a big boost. So I would say probably that there is something coming around. And when we talk about these new moon messages, if you're thinking about timing, maybe new moon to new moon, but I was thinking before I started going live that I really feel like the next 2 weeks are pretty important and pretty significant. And I do think there is something big. I've been thinking about that with the water trine at the end of the month. So I kind of feel like this could be in the next couple of weeks, Sag. Oh, hey, Christine. Hey, glad you're catching it. Good timing. All right. Just doing some quick messages, kind of going around. We're going Scorpio to Libra. We just finished Sagittarius, so let's move on to Capricorn. Let's see what we got for Capricorn. For the goat gang. This one's calling. It's kind of hidden. What do we got for you, Capricorn? Oh, last quarter moon in Leo. This is lighten up. And on the bottom, you got that know your worth. You got that know your worth on the bottom. I think, excuse me. I think you're, Capricorn, I feel like you're letting something go that has maybe been weighing on you. I almost feel like, because with that know your worth and the lighten up, I feel like that you are letting something go that has been weighing on you and kind of weighing you down. I almost feel like you've been weighed down and you're releasing something that has been weighing you down, Capricorn. What else do we have for Capricorn? Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, the Justice. I like that. Both Libra energy with that. Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. Yeah, I think you're taking something off. Whether you're even if it's something where you are, rearranging your schedule and kind of getting rid of things that are kind of holding on to your energy. Four of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Knight of Cups and the Five of Wands on the bottom. So some of you could just be shaking up your routine, Capricorn. You could be kind of making things better. Some of you are taking energy away from one thing and putting it into something that works. But Queen of Pentacles with the Six of Pentacles, definitely finding, even if it's the first step, is that you're figuring out what's not working. There could even be something, this could almost be like almost a time management thing. It makes me think about that the Six of Pentacles and the Justice card. So Capricorn, it could be definitely something going on, but I feel like you're freeing yourself from something that's not working for sure. Nine of Pentacles with the Five of Swords. Nine of Pentacles, she's very much in charge of her life. She gets a nice balance. This could be a work-life balance that you're doing that. And this could be taking yourself away from situations or out of, if you've been in the middle of a situation with a group of people, maybe somebody's put you in the middle, or maybe even if you've been helping someone and It's not really, I feel like somebody could be in a situation where they were helping someone and they weren't really, nothing was like this other person wasn't really appreciating or valuing. So it could be in situations where you don't feel like you're appreciated or valued, and maybe you've been helping them, trying to help them get a leg up, and they're not really doing anything to help themselves. So I definitely feel like somebody could be in a situation like that. And with the Five of Swords, but there is, I feel like you're trying to clean your life up or clean your time up or your energy up. Um, to move forward and to like kind of get ahead. So you're kind of, some of you may even be cleaning your space, like your house. But I do feel some of you are reorganizing your schedule. There could be something that comes in that you really decide, hey, this is not working anymore, or this is not worth my energy. So I think you're letting go of maybe something that is, yeah, it's almost like something that is not, has no payout. So there's no value. Definitely, the new moon in Scorpio so far is definitely, especially for Sagittarius and Capricorn, you're really kind of looking at maybe second house energy, things that you value. Putting yourself more, kind of stepping up and putting yourself first. It's nice. All right, let's move on to Aquarius. Yeah, for Aquarius for this new moon in Scorpio. Be proud for yourself. Be proud of yourself. I think you're actually probably going to be celebrating a victory is what it feels like. And we got take a breather. I definitely think something's coming up where you're kind of celebrating a win. Maybe even, this kind of taking a moment with that take a breather. Maybe it's as well, you may be doing kind of an evaluation, Aquarius. Taking a moment and kind of looking at how far you've come. Very interesting energy here at the end of the year. Very often we do kind of take an evaluation, take a look around, like where am I at? But I do feel like you're kind of celebrating a win, Aquarius, sometime. Maybe in the next couple of weeks. And I feel like things are going to move, like maybe feeling like things have kind of moved slow in November, but things are picking up pace, and that's for all the zodiac signs here toward the end of November. We've got the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and underneath that is the Ten of Swords and the Lovers. So I think maybe even looking at, we got the Five of Pentacles is the first card out, which is a little bit of scarcity thinking. And then you got the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. And, it's kind of about taking a knee and really looking at things. Following that Nine of Wands, we got the Knight of Swords. So I feel like that kind of where your head is about whatever situation, your life, whatever your situation is. Five of Pentacles with the Nine of Wands. I think when you look at things, they're not as bad as they seem. Like whenever you take an honest evaluation, I think when you look honestly at what's going on, Five of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, and the Knight of Swords, you're actually probably gaining a lot of clarity and kind of coming out of, even with the Devil there, we got the Ace of Swords. I think you're finding some clarity on the situation. Now, for some of you, it may just be that a situation has, what was I going to say about that? That it's, I definitely think there's an evaluation where you think you're maybe even further along than what you thought, because I do feel like you're celebrating something. And it may be finances with the Devil, but I do think that you're kind of coming out a little bit of a fog, or you're looking at something maybe a lot more realistically. And when you look at the facts and you look at it maybe even from a different perspective, so you're coming out of an old way of thought. And when you look at it from a different perspective, Aquarius, you're actually seeing that this situation is a lot better than you thought. And this could be anything. This could be at work. This could be something a little bit kind of turning around as well. But with the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords, I think you're gaining a lot of clarity. Now, this could also be that when you look at what, you're looking at something a little bit differently and you're making something work better. And that could definitely be a perspective change. And that could definitely be something to celebrate. There could be something that's not as bad as you once thought once you dig deeper as well. That was a thought I was getting earlier, Aquarius. I think you're definitely celebrating something, maybe something that's a little bit unexpected or that you had really thought wasn't going very well at all, and it is. The money could be better. You could realize maybe you've got something paid off. That's the Five of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. There could be some kind of a debt paid off. I feel like you've made a lot more progress. Once you look at this, and this could be something you've been very worried about and weren't sure how it was going to work out. Definitely could be a communication. If you're dealing in a relationship situation, there could be a much more positive communication. Some of you could be waiting on some news and it's much better than what you thought as well. Yeah, definitely could be that you thought something wasn't. Five of Pentacles. With the Nine of Wands, something could be turning around in your life and go much better than you expect as well. It looks like you got a win coming in. Hey, Maurice. Okay, yeah. We'll look at that. I'll catch you at the end. Let me get through the signs and then we'll get you, Maurice. No problem. Checking out your current job, a little worrying about finances. All right, I'll catch you at the end. No problem, sir. All right, we're at Pisces. I don't think that's yours, but we got Clear Your Mind that was wanting to pop out, but I still want to shuffle, Pisces. So maybe you've just got to get a few things out of your head. Maybe it's about organizing your thoughts or kind of organizing. Yeah, maybe organizing your thoughts. Something you're definitely worried about or anxious about, Pisces. And you got this New Moon and Aquarius card with Open Up to Change. And the bottom is Be Humble. All right. So there could be something that's changing that, especially when I see that Clear Your Mind that came out, it feels like that maybe you should look at some sort of change that's going on differently than what you are. Maybe it's actually going to work better. Even with the Be Humble, it's like maybe you're going to see that a change that maybe has already kind of begun, that it's going to really turn out a lot better. And you're going to be like, ooh, I thought this was going to be really bad. And turns out, no, this is really going to be good. This is working out better than I thought it would. And I feel like it could work out better for you than you thought it would. So you would be directly impacted. What's that else? Oh, yeah, I definitely think that is. We got the Page of Pentacles on the bottom. Underneath it is the Five of Cups with the Death card. So this could already be a change that has happened. Page of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Death card, like some kind of change that's either maybe even happening. We got a couple of more days of Scorpio season, but I feel like it's something about a change that could happen. We got Two of Cups, Six of Cups, and the Hangman. And the Hangman is definitely Pisces energy. But when I look at these, I feel like that it's almost like the old way was the best way. The old way was the best way. That's what I keep hearing. So I don't know if this is for somebody specific, but you're not really feeling that change. Ace of Wands with the Three of Pentacles are the next two cards out. But you know what? I like that. This goes along with that. I think something is happening and you're probably either were or are or will be resistant to things changing and feeling like, okay, whenever things were like this, I felt like things were just going great. Why change something that's still working? Like, why reinvent the wheel? And you're like, I don't see how this could be better than what's going on currently or the way we were doing things. And the hangman is definitely, of course, Pisces energy, but it's looking at things from a different perspective. Okay. You could have a new boss. There could just be something that was gone on. It could be anything, but you're like, why would this go on? Like, why would this be a good thing? But with the Ace of Wands and the Three of Pentacles as the outcome, Pisces, I think something that you're a little resistant to could end up being very well. And Three of Pentacles is about seeing something come together. So once you actually see it working, somebody could be getting a new boss. They could be changing the way you're doing things at work, your routine or schedule could be changing. I feel like it's just something, it could be somebody around you. Somebody could be doing something different. Somebody could be moving in a different direction around you that you're very tied into and very close to. And you're like, why would you do that? Why would you do this? Why would this be something you would do? Why would you make this change? But then they're really going to, you are really going to see the positive effects. Now, it's a general message, so you could be changing something and somebody may be questioning you, Pisces. Why are you doing this? The old job was great. Why are you looking for a new job? Why would you change how you're doing this? It could be anything. Why would you buy a new car? And I think that what comes in is that everybody really sees the benefit of this. But I almost feel like you're the one that's resistant. That's kind of the energy I'd picked up on that, Pisces, that you were the one that is resistant about this change. I almost feel like it's something that's either already been announced that you already know about, or that I feel like it's already kind of come in, but maybe the message feels a little specific, but hey, we'll see. Y'all can comment below if you watch this later and see it. All right, let's jump on into Aries. Aries on this new moon in Scorpio. We have, you got the new moon in Virgo. Lots of new moon cards coming up, so that's good since we're doing a new moon reading. Trust all will be well. Okay. Definitely, whatever's going on, if you've started something new or something new has gone, it's all going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. You also got that last quarter moon in Cancer with take a breather. And I almost feel like you need to take a deep breath, Aries. Take a deep breath because it's all going to be okay. Maybe you're just getting a little message from the universe that is going. Maybe you've started something new. Maybe there's trouble in a relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic, or maybe something happened at work. Whatever the case may be, I feel like you're under protection, Aries. I feel like you're under protection. All right, what do we got here for Aries? Oh, this is nice. All right, so we got the Sun, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Two of Cups, but the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Swords. I think this is probably going to work out a little better. I'll clarify that Ten of Swords in a minute, just because it was the last card out. But the Eight of Swords with the King of Cups and the Strength card, Eight of Pentacles, Four of Wands. I actually feel like this is going to work out pretty well. There could have even been something, but it's weighing on your mind. Eight of Swords is definitely about mental imprisonment. But we've got the Sun with the Knight of Wands, so maybe something happened. I almost feel like there could be something with a little bit of a communication blip, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Maybe you feel like that you misspoke. I think there could be something coming up. We still got a little bit more of this Mercury retrograde, so of course, Aries. But we got the Ten of Swords on the Ace of Cups. I almost feel like somebody said something, like maybe you said something, and you're like, oh man, how are they going to take it? And we got the Queen of Cups. I almost feel like some of you in a relationship, there could be somebody new, or you could be in a new relationship, and maybe you profess your feelings, and you're like, that was too soon, that was too soon, because Queen of Cups and the Two of Cups. Yeah. You may feel like that with something. I've got the Sun, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Two of Cups, and then the Ten of Swords on the Ace of Cups. Some of you may feel like that you've spoken too soon about something you've begun. I feel like that too as well, Aries. Definitely, I would say that if you're doing something new, keep it to yourself right now, because I do feel if you speak up, somebody may give an opinion or something of that nature. I do feel that maybe Three of Swords, Seven of Cups, and we got the Emperor. So watch out for what you say or share at work. I feel like that it's going to be okay anyway, but you can save yourself a lot of anxiety if you think before you speak, Aries. Now, the Ace of Wands follows the Emperor. So I do feel if you're trying to get, if you're worried about something at work, I think it's okay. I think it's any situation. I almost feel like this is definitely a communication with the Knight of Wands and the Sun. Like maybe you were talking about something and that you misspoke. Maybe you said something. And this was something, I mean, I feel like you had very good intentions. So mind you, I almost feel like that you feel there's something coming up where you feel like Aries that you maybe said something and someone takes it as an insult, but that's not the way you meant it. So there could be some communication issues. I definitely think it's all going to be fine. I'm actually hearing a song in my head. I think it's what's this? Is it Float On by Modest Mouse? Where it was talking about, you know, rear-ended a cop car today and he just drove away. And so I think it's almost something that you're not going to get any repercussions about, but you're worried about it. So this could be about something definitely that maybe went on at work. So it could be with a coworker. There's something with the communication, but I think everything's going to be fine. I think it's going to work out, but I think you could get a bit up in your head. Now, maybe it's not avoidable, or maybe you're thinking about something that's already happened. But I would definitely say, you know, think carefully, choose your words carefully, especially at work right now, Aries. There could be, I think you would do more than just, I think all you would do is save yourself some anxiety. But believe me, I can understand the value of saving yourself some anxiety in life. So, yeah. Okay, let's move on to Taurus. Let's see what we got for Taurus. Taurus. Give a couple of more shuffles here. We have for Taurus with this new moon in Scorpio. The new moon in Scorpio card. We finally saw that one come up. I didn't know if we would. Go deeper. Taking a deep dive. And you also got that trust all will be well. There could be something you're kind of concerned about, something that's weighing on you. Maybe you're kind of holding it in and not sharing it. But again, I love that trust all will be well. Could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Virgo. That trust all will be well is a new moon in Virgo. Like I said, these new moon cards are really showing up, y'all. These new moon cards are really showing up. Let's see what else we have for Taurus. And there you are on the bottom of the deck, the Hierophant, and with the Four of Pentacles and the Fool. So there could be as well something maybe you're wanting to do and you're not really wanting to pull the plug on. And so there could be something, maybe something you're wanting to accomplish, or maybe there's even something you're wanting to say you could be holding back a little bit. We've got the Hierophant, the Four of Pentacles, the Fool, Ten of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. So I definitely feel like there could be maybe something you want to say or something you want to share or something you want to do. And you're not really kind of wanting to, you know, rip the Band-Aid off and do it. But we've got the Justice with the Four of Wands and the Three of Wands talking about expansion. So there definitely could be something. Some of you could be wanting to tell somebody how you feel about them, whether it's platonic or romantic. Could be in a family situation with that Four of Wands. And we got the Ace of Cups on the Seven of Wands. I actually feel like some of you with the Seven of Wands coming out, I love this one out of the Crystal Visions Tarot, and he's on top of the dragon, like he's really in charge. I like this image of the Seven of Wands. Even though there's spears at him, he's like, I'm in it. So I feel like that this is a good step for you to take. And so I don't know if this is something where you really want to ask for a raise, or you really, again, want to kind of jumpstart something, or you really want to tell somebody something, Taurus. But I feel like this is a very good time, especially with the Justice card coming out. I think this would be a really good time if you're looking to ask for a raise, Taurus, maybe over the next 4 weeks between now and the new moon in Sagittarius. I do feel that your communication would be well received. And of course, we are in a Mercury retrograde, and so the communications can be misunderstood. So, just make sure you, communicate yourself. You may want to think about before you do it, kind of practice maybe. But I do think that I feel like there's something you want to say. I do think that your communication will be well received, but I definitely feel like somebody's wanting to ask for more money. There could be something, if you're in a committed relationship, maybe there's something that you're wanting to take care of. Could definitely be a trip. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands could definitely be a trip. If you are maybe wanting to ask someone for some help, or I feel like if you're wanting to ask someone for something, this could be a really good, but I do feel with the 7 of Wands, you need to really communicate yourself well. So, have all your information. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from you, Taurus. I think you could get a positive response. I actually kind of like what just fell out. You're back and forth. I mean, we've got that 5 of Cups. You're like, well, what if they say no? I still feel like that even if something isn't super well received, that, but I still see, look at this. Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles, and the Lovers. I mean, if there's something you've been wanting to say, this is the right time. This is the right time. I don't know what else to tell you on that. I just get whatever's coming through. All right, so let's move on to Gemini. Gemini. And I'll put timestamps in at the afterwards. All right, what do we have for you with this new moon in Scorpio? Work through your feelings. And that is the last quarter moon in Aries. All right. Work through your feelings. Work through your feelings. So there could be something. Oh, we got some more Aries energy, really bold energy. Aries are pretty bold and pretty out with it. But you got that new moon in Aries with go for it. So there could be something that you are struggling with doing. There could be kind of a little bit of an inner struggle. And I think that you really need to get organized, get past the cons and start figuring out the pros. I think there's a lot of pros with that new moon in Aries with go for it, Gemini. What else would we have to expand on this, Gemini? Work through your fears. Okay, 7 of Pentacles. I think if you get a plan in order, that makes sense. I mean, that helps you kind of work through your, not fears, but feelings. And maybe it is about fears. But, getting a plan in order, setting yourself up very well. It's interesting. If any of you Geminis have Aries in your chart, this is kind of some of that energy. I was like, okay, Aries, you need to really think about what you're saying. You need to have it really good. And the bottom of the deck is the Tower. So this could be the Tower with the 2 of Wands, 4 of Wands. We got the Hermit and the 6 of Wands. So again, I don't think you want to go off half-cocked. I think when you work through your feelings and then go for it. And with the 7 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles, we got the 4 of Swords. I think that you really need to get a plan together. So very often, I think you need to think things through. There is an action to take, but I don't think it's immediately, Gemini. I think there's more that you're not really ready. I don't feel like you're prepared for what's going on with this. Okay, so this could be something financial. We got some pentacles here. And Five of Pentacles is the last card out. And the Nine of Swords with the Five of Pentacles. So I definitely feel like that maybe there could be an opportunity that comes in, but I don't feel like you're prepared. I think if you think about it, watch out for impulsive action with this new moon in Scorpio. Watch out. I think that it's really about, this is definitely about organizing your thoughts or organizing your money or organizing, getting even just a solid plan together. I almost feel like in a little bit of that you're nervous because you're kind of like I wanted to say spitballing, like brainstorming, spitballing. I feel like you're just kind of like, you've got a lot of ideas and, oh, I could do all this and I could do all this. And I feel like, especially with this Nine of Swords, like, well, I could do this and I'd get this result. And I definitely feel like that you're not prepared to take action. Even with the Tower on the bottom and the Two of Wands with the Four of Wands, I think that you would fare much better if you kind of hung on a little bit. Even the Hermit's there. Time is on your side. It makes me think about a little reel. It was a bunch of actors sitting around a table talking, and Tom Hanks was like, the biggest thing he'd learned in life was time is your ally. And I feel like that the more time is your ally, I almost feel like time is on your side. And that I don't feel like that you have to feel like you've got to take an action right now. I feel like you feel like you have to take an action. There could be something coming in and you kind of feel like you have to act, but I don't think so. I don't think you're ready. So this is definitely about thinking through carefully. This is even if there's something you want to say to someone. Hold back, Gemini. I think that you could get positive results in this area that you're looking to manifest in, or whatever you're looking to grow, or whatever's on your mind and in your life and heart right now. I think you could get really positive results, but I think it's easy does it. Easy does it. And maybe you don't have all the information you need yet. There could be that you don't have all the information you need, or that something is coming in. You act now and you get into something, but something better could come along. So there is some of that energy about holding off on the plan. Keep going over your plan. Get something you're comfortable with as well. Because I definitely feel like there is something where you could probably take action, Gemini. But I feel like you're not confident in the plan. Especially if we're starting something new, you go in with a lack of confidence and maybe not with all the information you need. I feel like that it's a little bit of a yellow light, a little bit of hang loose. Hang loose. Keep working on the plan. Keep thinking. Keep doing those building blocks. There could be something about a major purchase. So this could, like Gemini, this could really involve a major purchase, like buying a car or something like that. And maybe you're kind of pushing it financially. And if you wait a little bit longer, because that Two of Wands came in, it's not a long time. There could be something where some money comes in, or you find a better deal, or I don't know. So it's kind of hold off. Slow down. Slow down. What is that, Cancer? Yeah. Let's go in for a Cancer. We'll do Cancer and Leo and Virgo. And Tammy will be glad when she watches, because I did bring out the kitty cat deck for Virgo as she requested in the live Monday morning. And Libra. And then we'll get on Maurice's question. And thanks for everybody that showed up. I really appreciate y'all. All right, what do we got for Cancer? No, that one. All right, full moon in Aquarius, be real. Okay, maybe sometime to take a reality check, or maybe you're going to be really in a situation and I almost feel like it's time to take the mask off. We got breathe through the tension. So you could be I think you could be a little bit tested. And there could be something where something comes up and you as well, there's a little bit of a Seven of Wands energy. I feel like you almost could have to stick up for yourself. There could be that, Cancer, where you kind of have to stick up for yourself. But I think also there's a reality check, like just kind of, there could be a lot of emotion surrounded this, and it's kind of like take a deep breath and then look at what the reality of the situation is, Cancer. Let's see what else we got for you. All right, we got the Star with the King of Cups. Lots of feelings about this. Queen of Cups on the bottom. Ace of Cups. We got the Emperor, and we got the Four of Wands. Some of you, this could be in a relationship. This could be in a relationship, especially with the King and Queen of Cups. Could be dealing with, well, you are a water sign, but you could be dealing with another water sign. Temperance with the Strength card, the Four of Pentacles, and Nine of Swords. There could be something where you're asked your opinion. So it could be platonic or romantic, but definitely could be in a romantic relationship. If any of you go on a date or you meet someone, or if you're in a relationship and they're asking how you feel, I would definitely say be very upfront. All right. Be very confident. If you're kind of put on the spot about something and somebody asks your opinion, and this could be at work or this could be a family member, Star, King of Cups, and the Ace of Cups, I think they're really wanting to know what you think as well. If it is time, I feel like we got the Emperor with the Four of Wands. So I do feel that if there is something, especially that it goes on at work, or it could be a family member, somebody could be asking for your advice. They really want to know what your real opinion is, Cancer. So if somebody comes to you and they're kind of maybe just asking you something, and you may be a little bit nervous, Queen of Cups and the Temperance and the Strength card and the Four of Pentacles, could be a little skeptical, especially in a work situation. It's almost like you feel like it's a setup. If you're in a new relationship, be authentic, be who you are. This has a lot of potential. Okay. So if you're in something new, if you feel it, say it. I think you're going to get, but I almost feel like with the Queen of Cups, the Temperance card, the Strength card, the Four of Pentacles, and Nine of Swords, you're a little bit worried about saying something. If it's in a work situation, you feel like it's a setup, but it's not. They really want to know your opinion, Cancer. Because the Page of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, you're like, I don't know. But I do feel for some of you, it may be about opening up in a relationship with your true feelings and really being who you are. But yeah, I keep getting that energy that for some of you at work, it's like you're going to kind of be put on the spot and somebody's going to ask your opinion, or they're going to talk to you about something, and you are like, this is a setup. Like, they're trying to catch me. They're trying to catch me. And so, but I feel like it's almost telling you, take a deep breath and tell them what you really think. There is going to be a position where you really have to just kind of step up and tell someone, like, they really want to know. And I don't feel like this comes from a place of they're trying to set you up, or they're trying to get one over on you, or maybe you're even like, hey, I don't think it's a setup, and maybe they'll use this against me later. I don't even think it's that energy, Cancer. I definitely think somebody's coming to you for advice, and you really need to tell them what you really think. This could be a family member, and maybe there is some reason you're kind of holding back on telling them exactly what you think. There could be some of that, Cancer. But I feel like you're really going to have to, I feel like it's time to, take a deep breath, calm your nerves, and tell them what you really think. All right, let's move on to Leo. Leo. Let's do one more. All right, Leo. Oh, and I was shuffling, but there it is. Be real. And on the bottom, we've got make time for self-love. All right. Let's see what else we get for you. So, Leo's maybe setting boundaries. I kind of get a little bit of a different vibe on that with the be real, the full moon in Aquarius. And then we got last quarter moon in Libra with make time for self-love. So I definitely feel like for Leos, this could be like a time of setting boundaries. I feel like it could be a time of setting boundaries. Oh, yeah. Three of Swords, the Star. We got the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. I definitely think you're setting boundaries with someone I feel like they've been stepping all over your boundaries. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. And the star came up, and on the bottom initially is the Nine of Cups. So Nine of Cups is definitely personal wish fulfillment. Definitely in the tarot, it's the wish card. Traditionally, it is the wish card. Seven of Swords is clarified by the Four of Cups. This is another thing. I can't remember what the other sign was that it was about setting boundaries with something. But anyway, this feels like things are a little off kilter with the Six of Pentacles, but Ace of Wands, the Tower, and the Ten of Swords. So you're letting something go. I feel like you're setting boundaries with someone. Five of Pentacles. There's just, I mean, you're not even feeling like anything. Yeah, no win situation. Five of Swords. And Ten of Wands, it's just weighing you down. You can't do this anymore. Maybe coming to a point with something that you're just got to let something go. Now, this could be family. We got the Ten of Pentacles. Could be something family. It could be at work. It could be with yourself over a habit. This could be something with health, because the Three of Swords is the first card out. So you could be having to maybe make your health a priority, make your family a priority. There could be something, could be financial boundaries that you're having to make a budget. If you're going to have what you really want, we got the Star. If you're going to have what you really want, then you're going to, and that's anything. If you're going to have the life you want, Leo, you've got to set this boundary. It definitely could be with another person. Just kind of feel like you're cheating yourself. This isn't getting you. And I mean, you're just like ripping off the Band-Aid and doing it, I feel like, with the Knight of Wands. I haven't clarified a lot, but I'm going to clarify that one. So you're letting something go. Yeah. You're like full steam ahead. What is it? My granny used to say, Katie, bar the door. I'm out of here. So some of you are oh man, look at that. Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. We got the Four of Swords with the Page of Pentacles. I do think that things will kind of start falling into place. Make sure that I almost feel like that with the Eight of Cups and the Four of Swords and Page of Pentacles, like you're jumping in with this Knight of Wands with the Three of Pentacles. Make sure that you're grieving what you're leaving behind. Okay, I feel like there is some energy, Leo, that you must grieve what you're leaving behind with this. You don't just like push it off, because I think something new, like you're really moving into something new, and you're putting energy into something new. And so it's kind of like, okay, this isn't working for me. And you've probably known often when we set a boundary, whether it's with a person, place, or thing, and with ourselves or someone else or in a situation, we know that, okay, this hasn't been good for me. This hasn't been good for me. And we know it, okay, but we still push it off. But I think once you make that decision, like, this is it, I'm done, you may rush right into the new thing. So there is something about kind of grieving what you're leaving behind, really giving, a lot of thought to, kind of saying goodbye. Because this very much could be a way of life or a habit or something. So make sure that you are, it almost feels like saying goodbye. Yeah. Kind of grieving what you're leaving behind. That's what I got. That's what I got there. All right, let's move on to Virgo. Virgo. And I am using the kitty cat deck as Monday morning tea requested. So, all right, what do we have for Virgo? Let's do a couple. Let's give it a good shuffle. And one more. Full moon in Libra, find balance. This could be that you're really kind of, maybe something new. I feel like something new may have started around that full moon in Libra, and you're finally getting things in order. Things are kind of balancing out. That full moon in Libra season was at the full moon in Aries, which was at the beginning of October. I want to say it was like October 5th, something like that. But it was the beginning of October. But it was also what's just kind of popped into my head is it was the first of 3 consecutive supermoons. So this could be something where things are kind of coming full circle and coming, maybe you're getting kind of a handle on things, step up and lead, that new moon in Capricorn. So this could be about the new moon in Capricorn's not until January. I don't really think that's timing. I actually feel like that you're kind of going to feel this energy between now and maybe the full moon in Gemini on December 4th, or that would be about 2 months from that. So there could be something there. Maybe it is going to be, I mean, maybe you're starting, I feel like it's almost like you're moving into something new by that new moon in Capricorn. That'll be into January of the 2026. I don't feel like it's that far off. These messages feel like things are going to move pretty quickly, and things are kind of tying up. So let's see what else we got for you, Virgo. All right. See if the whole deck was turned over. Oh, 2 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. We got the Sun. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands has been coming up a lot tonight. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles. And on the bottom's the 4 of Wands. But I feel like 4 of Wands, 4 of Swords, and the 3 of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles. I kind of feel like you're celebrating some progress or celebrating a win on a small level with that 3 of Cups. And we got this 2 energy. I actually feel like if you did begin something new or something kind of happened and changed, Virgo, maybe around the beginning of October, you're actually maybe starting to reap some of the benefits or rewards of that change. Things have maybe moved a little slowly. So there could be something, whether it was a new relationship, whether it was a new job. Maybe things have been a little bit back and forth, but we've got the Sun coming up in the middle. And so I feel like there's definitely something to celebrate. I mean, you definitely still need to push on. I almost feel like you're getting a little bit of hope for the future. So there is something very positive coming in for you. And I feel like you're seeing you're kind of like in the light at the end of the tunnel. You know how people are like, oh, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like you're at the light at the end of the tunnel, but of course maybe it's a little window in the middle of the tunnel. You still see that there's work to be done. Okay, you're not giving up yet. You're not giving up. You're not giving in, but you are seeing some sort of progress. And I definitely feel like it may have been something that started at the beginning. And maybe that is some of that, because when you think about that full moon in Aries at the beginning of October, and then that would be 1, 2, 3, about 3.5, almost 4 months. And there was some 2 and 4 energy. So there could be something in a very big way that hits you with that new moon in Capricorn in January. Be about the middle of January. So we're talking 3.5 months. But I feel like with these double 2s that came up before the Sun, you're receiving some good news. You're seeing some progress. You're like, okay, things are rolling along. The plan's rolling along. Maybe not exactly like I thought it would, but it is. I'm in the light now. I'm in the light. And of course, you're wanting to kind of move into the rainbow. You're wanting to move really into the light. 4 of Wands, 4 of Swords. So definitely, I feel like there's more to come. 3 of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles. And you definitely are getting confirmation you've done the right thing. Okay. So I definitely feel like that you're like, okay, this was the right thing. And maybe a little hope for the future, Virgo. 8 of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles. And we've got the Ace of Swords. And then we saw the Magician. Oops, let me get him in there. Yeah. So I think there's bigger things to come from this, and there could be something around mid-January that really kind of, pops that cherry on top of the cupcake. But I do think you're celebrating a win, and you're actually seeing progress in something you started, or you are like getting that clarity. It's definitely something with a communication where you're like getting that clarity that you're definitely moving in the right direction. There could have been a little back and forth in your head. Like, am I moving in the right direction? Did I do the right thing? And I think you're getting confirmation that you did the right thing, and it's enough to keep you pushing forward. Okay. Nice energy, Virgo. Sending that to all of you. Nice big win. Some of these readings have been very good. So, I mean, they're all good because they all give us something to think about. But some of them are really showing some really nice growth energy for some of the signs. So I definitely think this goes along with what some of the astrologers I've been watching have said about this being a very auspicious new moon. But also we've got the grand water trines. I think that there's still good news coming in by the end of the month for many of the signs with these water trines. I was watching one of the astrologers I watch, and on I watch him on Facebook. He's probably on Instagram, TikTok, and all that, but I'm not. Spiritual weatherman, but he was talking about that this is a 5-way water trine going on right now with this new moon in Scorpio, and that I had not seen before. But you know, when you look it up, of course, there's just so many planets and water signs. So many planets and water signs, especially with Mercury having transited back into Scorpio today out of Sagittarius. All right, let's see what we have for Libra, and then we'll get to Maurice's question, and then we'll wrap up the evening. And I'll do another live on Friday afternoon, Sagittarius season messages. All right, Libra, what do we got for you? Got that be proud of yourself card. So something to be proud of. And we got work through your feelings. I feel like that there's something that maybe you don't see as a win, Libra, that really is. Maybe you wanted it to be better. Maybe you wanted it to be more. Libra, you might be looking for a little bit more, and it's not, but it's something to be proud of. So I definitely think there is something there. There could be a little bit of energy that something really good comes in and you've got a little bit of imposter syndrome, or you're a little skeptical about it as well. That could be for some of you. All right, what else do we have for Libra? All right, I got some of these decks turned upside down. Knight of Swords, we got the 3 of Pentacles, we got the King of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and we got the Emperor and the Death card. All right, so the Death card, the King of Cups, and the Fool with the 4 of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So there could definitely be something coming in. I feel like it's in the realm of what you're trying to manifest, because we got the Knight of Swords with the 3 of Pentacles. I definitely think there is something coming in that you need to see if it, I think it can work for you. You need to explore how it can work for you. All right. So we got King of Pentacles with the 7 of Cups. Could be a financial opportunity. It could just be some sort of a life opportunity, or it could be a promotion that maybe at first you're like, I don't know if I want that, or I don't know if that can work for me. With the King of Pentacles and the Emperor, there could be just something that comes up family-wise. So we got the Death card, the King of Cups, the Fool, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. I definitely think something's coming up that maybe you didn't plan for, or you didn't expect. What's in the middle of the deck? We got the 2 of Wands. I definitely think this is something you could use to your advantage, but it doesn't seem like you can. Knight of Swords with the 3 of Pentacles. Let's get a little... Oh, yeah. So there's an opportunity... Yeah, I think there is something coming in. Definitely dig deeper, look into your intuition. I think it could kind of come in unexpectedly with the High Priestess as well. 2 of Cups and the Chariot with the 2 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. You're going to have to kind of look at this a little bit differently. Now, you could have been expecting a different opportunity, and this opportunity comes in, and you're like, that's not the opportunity I wanted. That's not what I wanted to hear. That's not exactly what I was expecting, but I think there's something that you can work with here. So Knight of Swords and 3 of Pentacles was clarified by the Magician. So there's an opportunity coming in. Now, as well, if you were looking and had a couple of jobs and you're like, hey, This isn't exactly the job I wanted, but I think this could be the job you need. Sorry, it got a little warm in here. King of Pentacles with the Seven of Cups and the Strength card. I feel like that whatever comes in, you're almost kind of wanting to dismiss, Libra. I kind of think you're wanting to kind of dismiss it. And with the Strength card clarifying the King of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, you should check it out and look at the options. The Emperor with the Page of Wands. This also could be some sort of, again, it could be some sort of raise, promotion. I don't know. It could be, this could be something where you have to make a purchase. Like you were like, okay, I was going to get a new car. I was going to get a new washer and dryer, but I wasn't planning on doing it now. And something quits. Okay. You have to have a big car repair. You're going to put a lot of money into the car. And it works out where you're like, would it be better for me just to buy a new car? Or the washer and dryer quits and you just have to buy a new set. You have to figure something out. And I do think that once you look at it and you're like, I don't have the money to do that. But I think that once you look into things, you're going to find like a really good deal, like a better deal because it's the holidays or something like that. So there could be something is very much, kind of like that. I think there is a way to make this work for you. I love what's on the bottom now. You got the Ten of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Judgment, the Hangman, Nine of Cups, the Lovers. So whatever's going on is supposed to happen. I think with that work through your feelings, like quit looking at why this won't work or why did this happen or questioning things and just work with it and just say, okay, this is what it is. There is something that if something kind of has a repair or breaks down, it's definitely something that you kind of knew was on the horizon. It's just happening very inconveniently, I think. So, all right, so that's what I have. We're going to go over Maurice's question and see what he's got here. So he's had to take some unscheduled day off due to an injury. Sorry about that, Maurice. Hope you heal soon. See if there's any concerns with the current job and you're a little worried about the improvement. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on with current job and then we'll look with finances and we'll pull this deck. All right, so let's pull on current job. Let's see what we got going on. I don't think, Maurice, that you have any worries about your current job. But we got the Eight of Cups, the Emperor, and the Hangman. There could be a change with it, like maybe into next year, though. I got the Eight of Cups, the Emperor, the Hangman. We got the Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles, and Seven of Pentacles with Knight of Pentacles. So there could be some positive change coming in. We've got, I feel like that maybe you're looking for something different because I've got the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Page of Cups. I'm doing a 9-card box. So coming down on the left, I've got these 3 cards. So you could be kind of waiting for something. If there is something that goes on, let's look at your finances and with this deck, and that way I can do a comparison that maybe you are looking for maybe something different because the Fool is in the middle of this 9 card. Okay, the Fool's right there in the middle. We got the Eight of Pentacles above it. So we're looking at career and we got the King of Cups down below the situation. I don't think anything's going on with it, but I don't see a change. So like promotion or anything, not by the end of the year. But I almost feel like that maybe something with that bottom of the deck may come in early in 2026, maybe in Pisces season. I've got the Six of Cups, the Four of Cups, and then the Ace of Swords came up in the reverse. And normally everything's upright. And when I look in this deck, I've probably every other card's upright. So I'm going to read that in the reverse with that Ace of Swords in the reverse. I feel like that everything's okay. I actually feel like with the Four of Cups above the Six of Cups and the Ace of Swords down beneath it. I feel like there's, not anything going to come back on you about what happened. But there are 2 aces, so I kind of feel like there could be a change in a positive way, because Ace of Cups, the Fool, and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So I feel like maybe you're waiting on some sort of change at work. But because the Page of Cups is there. Page of Cups, King of Cups. Yeah. 8 of Wands, the Fool, and the 6 of Cups come up, but maybe you were hoping for something before the end of the year. But I will say, if that's a vibe you got, that you are kind of looking for a change, whether it's a new job or a raise or a promotion, it may be February before that happens. Ace of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Cups. I feel like there's almost a little disappointment. I mean, as far as at your current job, a little disappointment. But I'm going to tell you that I don't think you're going to get any blowback from these days off. Whether they are happy about it or not, I don't feel like they're saying anything. Okay. So there's that. Let's look at your finances and see how that ties in with this. Okay. Still do a 9-card box, Maurice. Well, interesting. We got the 5 of Wands, a little bit of conflict. You're talking about your finances, so a little bit of conflict. 5 of Wands, very common if you're asking about finances. We got the Tower. With the Page of Cups, we got the 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and 9 of Cups. I feel like something's changing around, but not as quickly as you want with it. What's interesting is I've got a 9-card box, and with different decks, you got the Ace of Swords. But the Ace of Swords is upright here. So I do feel there is a change, but once things start moving, we got 10 of Swords, 8 of Wands, Ace of Swords. So definitely things may move slow. And I love the 8 of Wands. It's a communication that kind of, and there could be with that 10 of Swords that when this communication comes in, so this could be money coming in, a raise, a promotion, a new job, whatever the case may be, that when it comes in, it's like lightning strikes. It comes in and almost when you just kind of need it the most, because the 10 of Swords is like edge of your seat, bitter in, like, oh my God, this is never going to happen. 10 of Swords can be a little bit of a martyr energy. But we've got the Hierophant, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. I definitely think there is something positive coming in through your job. I feel like there's something positive coming in through your job that will help change your money situation. I think this is either about a new job or some sort of change. The Death card's in the middle, big transformation, and that's what you're looking for. So ultimately, you are going to see a transformation. I would say it's going to be after the new year. Now, whether I'm kind of feeling February, but of course, universe works on their own time. I think you're very impatient for this. Knight of Wands below the Death and the 4 of Cups above it. It's not coming as quickly as you would like. I feel you, my friend. But yeah, I think there is still something very good coming. And I think it is Ace of Pentacles in the middle of the deck, what you don't see coming. And you've got this, Ace of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Swords. I love that. I feel like this is some quarter. Now, this could be, again, it could be within your organization. And it feels like that. It feels almost like a promotion or some sort of a change where you're actually moving, and it may even be moving to a different location within, but it could just be a different department with that change. And then we got the Daughter of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles. It's happening the way it's supposed to happen. Let's look in the middle. We got the Magician, 5 of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles in the middle for you. But 3 of Cups, which is Pisces energy, I think this is coming, I think February, Maurice. I think February, there is some sort of change within your career. It's going to improve your finances. It is going to put you, I like the 6 of Cups coming kind of in the middle of the right. So the 8 of Wands, the Fool, and the 6 of Cups. You're just kind of ready. It's like a dream. a little bit, like something you've really been working toward. Definitely indicates some slow movement. So I feel like probably you've already been waiting for this and you're kind of like, are you kidding me? 2 or 3 more months? But I do think that when it comes, it will drastically change your life, and it will almost like change it like overnight. I love that lightning strike on that. And it's we got the red and the orange and the yellow and the green. So it's almost like it's leading to the rainbow, Hang tight, Maurice. Keep doing what you're doing. I don't think if you're worried about having any blowback from being off work over that illness, I don't think that you're going to. Even if they're thinking something, I don't think they're going to say it. So you should just be business as usual as well. But I do see you coming into, I like that. The Four of Wands kind of wanted to pop out in that stability and roots, and that's in the deck that I was using to look at your finances. Things may seem tough right now, maybe a real nail biter. It could even just be almost at a point when this change happens financially that you're like, I need it. And it comes definitely almost like at a time when you're like, I can't take any more. Do you see all these knives in my back? Because that's kind of the Ten of Swords image, right? It's the figure laying out 10 swords in their back. And it's like, okay, I need this so bad right now. Like, I can't take any more of this. So I'm sending positive vibes to you, Maurice, that everything really does come out that way. All right. Thank you all. Thank you for all that showed up and commented and liked. Thank you, Maurice, for the donation. I hope the message has helped. You can definitely email me. If you feel like something was incomplete, I'll work with you for sure, friend. And thanks everybody for being there. Happy New Moon in Scorpio. And I will see y'all Friday with some Sagittarius season messages. Y'all have a great night.